What's going on this weekend on the front, so.
Oh, well, then I gotta take a ride.
Yeah, not including.
I won't get shot at or anything.
Right, no, not by anybody with a good aim, so you're okay.
Oh, I didn't know you were that far.
Yeah, I got the garage built when I got along those 40s.
Yeah.
I don't have the big garage to run yet, but it's really come along, yeah.
Oh, good.
When it Okay. 5 o'clock. Call to order the Common Council meeting of Monday, March 2nd. Roll call, please.
Kevin Schmidt. John Orleeb.
I'm here.
Scott Meverden.
Here.
Midge Swedberg. Here. Wayne Schmidt.
Here.
Casey Boer.
Here.
Amy Johnson.
Here.
Jamie Stengel.
Here.
Thank you.
And Aaron Hash.
Stand for the pledge, please.
Aaron Hash.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Confirm the meeting plan for the meeting as well.
Yes, it is.
Thank you. I would look for a motion to approve or make changes to the order of the agenda.
So moved, Mr. Mayor.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
By Wayne and second by Kevin. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Did everyone have a chance to read the February 17th meeting minutes?
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second?
Motion by Midge and second by Casey. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Public comment. Is there anybody here tonight for public comment? I see one. Mike? State your name and address for the record, please.
Mark Brillick, Navarino Street, here in town. Mayor and council, good evening. I'm here to represent the American Legion with some comments for the city and for the council. I was here at the meeting in January, and I talked about some of the handicap equipment that we furnish to the community. I made an announcement that, or I just stated at that time, that we were going to purchase some new knee walkers, these four-wheel things for people put your knee on and scooter, knee scooters. And talked about that a little bit among some other things. Well, I'm happy to say that within less than 2 weeks after that meeting, I had 2 new scooters were donated to the Legion that we have available. So I was real pleased with that. That just shows me that people are listening to what goes on here and talking about it, and they came forward and volunteered with that. So I was very pleased to say that, and I wanted to let you know that. Also, with the 250th anniversary of the liberty in our country, the Legion would like to have the city put out some banners stating 250 years, put on some of the poles, light poles, like we've done with the flag that we brought to the city in the past. We're willing to do that again, and would like to get some of those banners to put around town, certainly around Legion Park primarily, but throughout the town if we can. I think it's good for the community, it's good for the Legion, it's good for everybody. People like to come to Algoma, and it looks really good driving through town when you see the flowers that are planted, but the decorations hanging from the light poles. That was one of the first things that attracted my wife and myself before we moved to Algoma, was when we would come and visit here, there were flags, numerous flags hanging throughout the city. And that draws a lot of attention from people all around. So I know that I'm told there's some concern with mounting on some of the poles in the city. I don't know about that, but I will visit with Matt or whoever I can, Casey, and see what needs to be done. But again, I would like for the Legion to bring some of those flags or banners forward to display in the city. We're proud to be here. We're gaining new membership within our Legion. People are stepping forward. We're having an active group participating, and I'm very proud of every one of them. So I thank you for the time and look forward to our continued work within the community.
Thank you, Mike. Anybody else in the audience for public comment? One more time and we'll move forward. The bills, the general bills and credit card payments. Everybody look at them and any questions or conversation?
Yeah, there's one, actually, there's two on here, one for the men's water care, no, Olson Fabrication and then TJ Cortons, the company, those are all for replacements of the docks, is that?
The PJ Cordons isn't. PJ Cordons is for the wastewater plant. The Olson Fab was a material that we have to cover to mount the docks. If you look up, there's, towards the top, there's a half down payment for, on 219 to Pure Genius for the docks. Basically, we have to front the cost, and then once we prove completion, they'll cut us a check to reimburse us for
Okay, so there's,
most of that. The PJ Cordon one, that was for the wastewater plant, for some work we had to do there.
and what are they doing on there? Is that part of the budget?
Yeah, we had to put in, well, it's part of the maintenance cap, because we had to put in some new valving, because we had, or that was for the influent meter that was failing, or failed. They had to come in and do some programming on the new valve.
Okay, that's a pretty expensive item, Joe's another $10,000 or something for that water meter, that flow meter.
Yeah, the meter was pretty expensive, and they had a lot of work, they had to run all the wires and stuff to control it.
Okay, then I see on here, Algoma Utilities, $56,703
That's the monthly utility bill
to the city.
for all of the city properties, to Algoma Utilities. About, how much of it? 40-some thousand of it is, 42,000 is just for the hydrant rental fee. And then
Okay, that's where you.
one of the other big ones is usually the wastewater treatment plant is 5,000.
Okay, thank you.
Jamie, can you explain the taser thing as long as the police chief isn't here?
Yeah, so there is a almost $6,000 bill for tasers. 2 years ago, in 2024, there was a taser contract signed. It was for $29,000 and some odd dollars. Instead of paying that up front, it's being spread annually over 5 years. So this is the third payment out of 5.
I'll make a motion to approve the bills as presented.
Second.
Motion by Scott and second by John. And a roll call, please.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Ortlieb,
Yes.
Boer,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Stengel,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden.
Yes.
Thank you. No conference attendance?
There are none at this time, Mayor.
And no claims?
There are none at this time.
Thank you. Committee reports. Did everybody have a chance to read those? Any questions, conversation? Or I would entertain a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
By Casey,
Second.
second by John. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. License applications, Aaron?
None that I'm aware of.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to catch you off guard.
That's okay.
Seeing no old business, we'll move on to new. Resolution 1246, 2026, the tax increment district number 1 termination resolution.
Yep, so we discussed this briefly at Finance and Personnel Committee. There's nothing new to report other than that we have now received the payment application for the final payment. I believe that's on TID 2 though. So we're looking at closing both TIDs 1 and 2. Once these resolutions are passed, we'll get them to the state ahead of the April 15th deadline. And then come tax time at the end of the year, there is a calculation that needs to be had to kind of roll whatever the increment is into the levy for 2026.
Do you have any estimate of what it might be?
I do not.
So does that pertain to where the last thing where it says the city shall accept all remaining debt?
Yep.
For TID 1, is that where that comes in then?
Mhm. Yeah, and there's no debt left on TID 1, TID 1's, the debt's paid off. TID 2, the final payment is due April 1st. We got the bill in the mail the other day, so that will be paid,
Okay,
about $30,000, I believe.
okay, thank you.
But there's a balance.
There's a balance left in each TID, and then what happens with that is after the audit, and any final expenses being allocated to the TIDs, and it can take up to a year, the auditors will kind of tell us, here's what your final amount is, and then based on the allocations, like for the tax levy between the school district and WTC, the county and us, that money gets divvied up and everybody gets a check and we keep our, just what's.
So that doesn't happen for quite some time.
I don't anticipate like it being until late this year, if not earlier next year. It really depends. I haven't been through this process here before to know exactly how quickly we can move it.
Could you explain the one-time levy adjustment? Does that pertain only to those dollars? Is that at the moment, like once the auditors have their say and then it can go back into those jurisdictions? Is
Yeah, I
that
don't
what
have that
relates to?
paperwork with me. I have paperwork that I found online on my desk, related to that. It's a one-time levy adjustment, which after we do it this year, it's gonna be in our levy, so it stays. But if the increment was $300,000 that this TID grew over the course of its life, that doesn't mean that we get to add $300,000. There's a calculation that goes into it. I haven't dug real far into it because we have to close it regardless of what the calculation is.
But it relates to funds exclusively those are the leftovers ones. It's not,
Yeah.
it's all related, all existent. And then it's just, okay, thank you.
I'm assuming we need these separate.
Yeah, I kind of talked about them both, but you wanna do two separate.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 1246-2026 for the TID 1 termination.
Second, Mitch can take it.
Motion by Scott, second by Midge. Do you want to vote for that?
Roll call.
Yeah, that's what I meant, sorry.
Meverden,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Stengel,
Yes.
Orr,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Ortlieb.
Yes.
You want to make the motion for the next one, Casey? See as how you were slated?
Sure, I'd make a motion for resolution 1247, 2026 for TID 2
Motion by
termination.
Casey,
I'll
second by Wayne. Roll call on that.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Swedberg,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Orr,
Yes.
Ortlieb,
Yes.
Stengel.
Yes.
Thank you. Administrators report, Matt?
Yeah, just a couple of things. Fire and rescue, Councilmember Meverden brought up before, you'll start to see that closed up now. Temporarily closed up. All the doors, all the windows, that is so they can put that on temporary heat and start to draw the frost out of the ground, to start obviously the inside of the work. So we're moving ahead, we're hoping to have it on heat here in the next couple of weeks, and they're figuring about a week to get the frost out. They think there's just about 18 inches to 2 feet of frost in the ground. They're guessing about a week they can put it on temporary heat and they'll have that frost out of the ground. And they will start doing the groundwork on the inside. Obviously, simultaneously doing, other work besides the plumbing and in-floor heat and everything else that has to go in before concrete goes on. So that's moving along on schedule. I talked with Midge before the meeting. She has a couple of things that we'll be putting together for the full council on the FF&Es, which is the contents of the inside of the building, just to kind of track that. She had some questions of where we're at on what's being purchased, what hasn't been, and we'll kind of keep that up to date with Midge, or with the full council. I apologize, Midge, as that progresses and where that is at. So, administrative building and police department over there, the AIAs have all been executed, signed off with them. I'm just waiting for Jim to say this is getting publicly released. It has to be released 2 weeks publicly before the bid process can start. I'm just waiting to hear that date. I was hoping to get that from him today. I did not. But as soon as I do, I will pass that along that is out for public bid. So that's where that is. Same thing with the public library, as I just mentioned. just kind of following suit with City Hall building. These will go out simultaneously, but two separate bids. It will not be all lumped together. So we'll have a bid for the administrative police department and then a bid package for the library. So those will not be all one lumped together that we have to try to figure out, well, what is this window or what is that? So that's to come here, but I'm hoping to have that out by the end of this week. So, TID 5, Jamie brought that down last week, unbeknownst to us that we weren't supposed to sign in on 11 by 17 paper. It was supposed to be on a lot larger sheet of paper. So the mayor came back in, we got that all re-signed. Jamie brought that down Friday, and we got confirmation that that has all been addressed at the County Register of Deeds and it is on file there. So our next step now will be to execute the first purchase with our developer. So there is some talk out there that the city will be now ready to sell parcels. The city will not be publicly selling anything but to our one developer as part of our developer's agreement. He will be selling the lots, our developer, but the city will not be selling for any other developer but for Black Diamond Builders that we have a developer's agreement with for that. So, police chief interviews, just one last time. We will be meeting here Thursday, March 5th at 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10 a.m. This will not be a public meeting, but it will be posted as a possible quorum because the council will be here. But we have 8 a.m., 9 a.m., and 10 a.m. for police chief interviews, and then we'll be setting a date shortly after that to bring that in front of the full council for a second round of interviews of how that process works. So, and then last but not least, we're having a problem in our public parks with people walking their dogs and using our public parks as bathrooms and not picking up after their pets. So just a reminder for everybody, you are more than welcome to walk your dogs on a leash in our public parks or our dog park. But same thing in our dog park. If your dog is using our park as their restroom, please pick up after yourself. That shouldn't be something our city employees have to do or other people in the public. If your dogs are in our park, please pick up after your animals. So.
Is there a fine if they're caught? Because I know we have cameras at various parks, and if they're caught, their dog and not picking it up, is there a fine?
There is a fine, or there could be a fine for it. I don't know what that fine is offhand. But I will tell you that not knowing what it is cheaper to pick up after your dog than receive the fine.
Well, one thing I think you should make a comment about an N-Track. We sold it. We got a lot more than we anticipated we were gonna get. I saw they loaded it up today and they came and got it. The exact figure is
$34,250.
yeah, so we did well on that, so that's good news, coming from the Public Works and the Park and Rec, so I was notified of that the other day, so I thought we did well there. With the excess, that just about pays for what we're buying. And I didn't know, we'll talk about it at Public Works and Park and Rec if now with that extra money, if we wanna look at that broom or not, but I just want everybody to know, I thought that was good.
Because we got more for it, so the parks, Public Works doesn't have to pay anything for
Right,
it, just
Parks
the
is
parks
paying
now.
for everything.
Oh, wait a minute.
Thank you for that, Matt.
No.
Nice clarification.
No.
Does anybody else have any questions?
I want to clarify, Matt, you said Black Diamond will be selling lots. They're selling lots to build, they want to build a house on it.
That is correct, yes.
So you don't get a bunch of phone calls.
And to the mayor's point, yes, Black Diamond will build you a house on that lot.
On that lot.
He will not just sell you a lot to sit on for the next 10 years and have somebody else.
Is there a time frame once you buy the lot that you have to build according to the agreement?
But he has to purchase, he has dates set per the developer's agreement of buying tranche 1, tranche 2, and tranche 3. But as far as, I can't speak for if you buy a lot from him today, like and say, I wanna build in a year, I don't know how that would work. That would be something I think up to him. I'm assuming, and I don't want to speak for him, but I think when you're buying a lot, he's gonna wanna be putting a house on it.
And as far as the different sections, if you bought a lot in section 3, for example, would he then at that point build that house, or does he have to wait till it's all developed around there? You don't know that.
No, that is one thing that is written in our developer's agreement, and that was part of, we're gonna do all the infrastructure now at the same time. So if he's buying section 1 and you buy a lot in section 2, he will have the ability to buy that, purchase just that lot from
Just
the
that lot.
city and start building. And the
Got it.
same thing with section 3.
Okay,
Because I don't wanna put him in a situation where, well, I wanna build a house and we wanna do it now, but you're not gonna be buying this whole section. He could sell you that lot, buy that lot from the city and start building right away.
okay, thank you.
Yes.
Something I don't know, I'm gonna ask, on this, Ted, does he have a value per date? Like in 1 year, he has to make that property worth this much more money? Is there
I
anything?
think it's
in-
just an ending value.
Ending, at the end he
It's an
does.
end
Yeah,
value.
yeah, at the end I knew he did, but I didn't know if he had it in pieces. Okay, thank you.
Are there any other questions? Thank you, Council and Mayor.
Thank you. For the mayor's comments, first, I'd like to welcome Jamie again to our council. Thank you. She's replacing Dawn, and Dawn was on the PPP committee, and I reached out to Jamie, and she would take that position on PPP, so I would like to nominate her tonight to the PPP committee.
So move.
Second.
By Wayne and second by Scott. All in favor?
Bye.
Opposed? Thank you, Jamie.
Thank you.
Agenda items for next meeting, get them at Jamie or Aaron. Our next meeting will be Monday, April 6th. And I would now look for a motion to go into closed session per Wisconsin statute 19.85, section 1, subsection C, considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility, specifically tonight the police chief.
So moved.
Casey,
Second.
Kevin, roll call please.
Ortlieb,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Wayne Schmidt,
Yes.
Meverden,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Stangle,
Yes.
Kevin Schmidt,
Yes.
Swedberg.
Yes.